this founder notion, incentivizing people. If I'm the entrepreneur, I'm in it for more perhaps than just the money, but if I make the decision for designing a plan, what should I aim at? Joseph, some of your research has been on particularly differentiating the issue of, in a little bit larger firms, of ownership among the management versus a broad-based sense. Give us a sense of what you found on the pros and cons of those approaches.
Well, Doug Cruz and Aaron Bernstein, who was the former associate editor of Business Week, and I did an analysis of the 100 companies, the 100 largest companies that founded, established, make equipment for the internet. And these are companies that were part of hundreds of smaller companies, but by the time we did this book in 2003, we took out the top 100 that were traded on the stock market. And one of the things that we found is that the broadest group of employees, non-executive employees, if you exercise all their stock options, essentially control 30% of the equity of those companies. And all of the founder entrepreneurs had decided to dilute themselves in order to make the pie bigger. So, Bill Gates went from owning 100% to owning a very small amount of percent, and that pattern held. It's true that executive management, held a significant amount, but not as much as the broad group of employees. The founders who had their stake diluted became fabulously wealthy because they had the smaller percent of what they felt was a hugely growing pie because of the culture they set up.
Yeah, which actually, follows very closely on our experience. The roots of the institute that I direct is SAIC and Dr. Beister's operation there, and that's exactly the experience. I think his dilution was...
That's basically what he did.
Yeah, he just, within a couple of years, diluted himself to a small minority, and by retirement had virtually, a very small percentage of the company. But when you're dealing with billions of dollars of value, that trade-off is worth it. I think the key element, though, is the notion that the fact of diluting themselves is somehow a cause of the success that was created.
Well, this gets to my point of value creation, is that Bob recognized that we all were creating value, not just him, but the whole collection of us. And we were incentivized to create value. I mentioned on the way in this evening that we all bought some stock when we came in. We were given options, and guess what? Those options were based upon performance. Not only of us, but of our teams, because we were incentivized to go out and create business. And that business, we recognized, could not be done without a team. So it taught me a lesson that the center of entrepreneurship is the team that really delivers the opportunity. So you think of the entrepreneurship process of consisting of the opportunity, the resources, and the team. And to me, the team is absolutely critical. So we spend a lot of time worrying about the team.
The only place where we might have, and just to follow on to what you're saying, is I think that there is something in the nature of the team that goes beyond just incentivizing robotic people. That you have to start with people that have that sensibility to start with.
Absolutely.
And you have to reward it or you lose them.
Absolutely.
The process, we heard a few months ago, Colleen Barrett gave a presentation at our annual conference, and she was talking about Southwest Airlines' hiring process. For a huge company, it's remarkably quaint. She said, we hire people that we like. We interview them, we hire people that have a sense of humor, we hire people that have initiative, and sometimes people don't work. I think it's important that sometimes when we talk about incentive as a way to create an entrepreneurial enterprise, it's almost as if you have the right carrot, you can create that outcome, and that isn't the case.
I think by and large, I recognize potential successful entrepreneurs through their passion and their commitment. That's really what you look for.
Yeah, no, I agree.